So, I don't usually use this book, but I'm called to get you a Fairy Oracle card today by Brian Froud. And card number 37 came up, which is wild because that's how old I am. So I definitely thought it was a message to share. This is me right here. Just kidding. Tiberia of the waters, emotions, serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting change. For a moment, close your eyes and just let yourself feel the cool, sparkling fairy waters flowing through your fingers. Imagine drinking the sparkling coolness from your own cupped hands, and imagine the water flowing down your throat. You may even be able to feel the magical energy-filled coolness flow right through you to your toes. Feel better? Throughout the world, there are healing wells, both for general health and specific ailments. In modern times, many of their fairy qualities have been diluted, even though Tiberia has her healing helpers do all that they can to keep them clear and potent. Fairy waters reflect the emotional state of the human people around them, so the fairy waters that come through to our world have lessened in purity and power in places where people are living especially stressful, civilized lives. As one Oracle group member observes, there are profound connections with drinking water, tears, wells of forgiveness, water as the fluid of transforming nutrients in the body and connecting flow. I could flow on and on, but I'll stop. However, the many healing fairies who help Tiberia do the best they can under the circumstances to purify the waters, and they try to maintain their own merry spirits, to give added power to the waters. We can help the fairies by creating more merriment in the lives of others and our own lives. In addition to the healing wells, there are wells and springs that bestow wisdom and skill upon the drinker, like the famous Hippocrene fountain in Mount Helicon, which bestows poetic inspiration. I suspect it of being a fairy fountain because of the way it works. If you have one drink, you gain a certain level of poetic ability. Another draught brings you more, and the third brings you to full flower of poetry. The reason the world is not overrun with magnificent poets is because, first, it is very difficult to find the spring, and second, the water packs such a wallop that most people stagger off after a single drink or two, and you only get one chance at the spring. There are also the fountains of youth, like the one on Dun Eye, the highest hill on Iona, a magical isle on the west coast of Scotland. I looked and looked for this fountain, but I didn't find it. I shall have to try again next time I'm there, because I am much more in need of it now than I was all those years ago. Water is mutable, changeable fluid, and Tiberia speaks to us of a particular kind of change of emotions, and possibly a change in health. We have improved choices to make about how we meet those changes. Important choices to make about how we meet those changes and where we let them take us toward the calm, flowing purity of the fairy waters or the boiling cauldron of hot temper and steamy emotions. The choice is obvious, but we sometimes forget that we have it. Tiberia reminds us that we do have a choice. Of making it wisely or unwisely determines our future. The things we need in life remain constant no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressures of life may be. We need nurturing and love, and that is ultimately up to us to provide that for ourselves. The healing fairies will help us if we ask them to.